bush.
I'm
Not you know.
no
conservative.
I'm not Ellen. Okay, I'm not going to the tennis matches with my bush. It's my bush is different. My bush is not a war criminal.
That's
Yeah.
not that. Hi.
My name is Sheria.
I'm Aurea.
And this is the Strap Down. We don't do that anymore. I changed the theme song. The Strap Down is a black queer podcast hosted by two black queer podcasting comedians. And we're talking about black queer stuff. So if you like that, stick around. Today on the Strap Down, we're doing things maybe not different. We're going back to original recipe a little bit.
Oldie but goodie.
Oldie but a goodie. We're going to do our Femme Topic.
Get it?
Topic.
All
Literal
right.
Genius.
Like
Appreciate the genius.
You know what? I feel like future generations are going to find this video
Yes.
and appreciate
Yeah.
the genius and the wordplay.
Yes.
So it's not for y'all to get right now.
That's right.
This is for like your great grandchildren.
Oh, how optimistic. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to be listening to this underwater.
Yes.
That's what this says. Yeah.
But basically, we're gonna talk about what's going on the lesbian internets. You know, on the lesbian internets right now.
It was a mess. It was a little bit of mess. There was a clip circulating from a podcast of some lesbians that we don't know their names.
We don't know them.
And they were discussing the topic of female body hair, and specifically in a certain nether region, the bush is what they were talking about. They were bush shaming.
Bush shaming, and not the bush that we like to shame, right? Not the bush that did 9/11.
Not the bush that got the shoe thrown at him.
Not the bush that got the shoe thrown at him. Not the bush that left the children behind.
Not the bush that can't spell potato.
No, the good bush. We and this is the thing. Like they were saying, they were like, well, I just like, if it's hygienic. I think it's just more hygienic if you don't have hair down there, and like sometimes when you
go to the bathroom
and then you come back, there's a little, like, it's called seasoning.
Just a little bone broth.
Grow up. And y'all have been eating, like white people chicken pussy. And it's time for y'all to get some seasoning in there.
Yeah, you need to get seasoning in your chicken and seasoning in your bush. That is... But seriously, I feel like bald kitty can be just as unhygienic. Like
more so because the methods that you're using to remove it are either like probably full of like toxins, or they can be ripping at your skin. That's very sensitive skin. It could be like causing blisters and bleeds. Like I have paid the price for a wax back in my day with a yeasties. I did get, like it's bad.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was a different thing. I was in Southeast Asia, and I was like traveling through, and I had already had one and recovered from one, and from like traveling on a train, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to the beach. I want to have it like a little, a
little tame.
And she ripped my, and so, and then of course the yeast infection came back because that hair serves a purpose.
Yeah.
And whatever, like everybody's got their personal preference for how they da. But this is the thing. You're gay. Like I keep saying, like we's free. Like
lesbians are supposed to be more understanding of what we go through already to like live up to these standards of like whatever cleanliness that society puts on us.
Like, and aren't you supposed to, like, as a queer person, like, aren't you supposed to redefine those standards? Like, don't, like, your brain is a little, to me, if you view the standard of coochie beauty as bald and raw chicken, then I think that comes from what you've been watching, which is corn.
Corn. I mean, you already said coochie, so it's fine.
I think you can say coochie.
Also, I've always wondered, is coochie like a black
I think it is
term? I don't know what white people call it.
Well, nothing is a black term anymore. Everything is up for grabs.
Everything's up for grabs.
Like,
that's something I always do. White people go around saying like, oh yeah, my coochie needs, I need to go get my coochie waxed.
No.
I've always wondered that.
No, I never heard that.
And then my thought is, when I heard the whole like debate about like the anti-body hair and stuff like that, is this kind of like the clean girl aesthetic like making its way into the lesbian community by form of like shaming bush?
Maybe. I think what it really is comp het. I really think it's comp het. I think it's a lot of people have not like unpacked the things that they've gotten from like part of this is supposed to be like part of your queer understanding of the world and queering your politic and queering your beauty standards has to be unraveling the reasons why they place certain standards for women and for genders and for like that's got to be part of it. You got to do that. You can't just show up and you know and fuck bitches, get money. It's not that. And then like you haven't queered everything, right? And that includes your beauty standards. And I'm sorry, hygiene has nothing to do with it. For years, for generations upon generations upon generations, coochies were
hairy,
full of hair. Yeah. That was the point of it. That's where it was the point of it. And it protects you. That hair protects, you know what I mean? That hair protects against infection and disease. That hair is like, it's a part of it for a reason.
Yeah. And it's one thing for like, you know, I know people have their own preference about what they want for their own
themselves,
body.
yes.
But for you to shame another person, like, that rubs me the wrong way. So it's like, yeah, you could be bald or like whatever. Do what you want to do, what makes you feel comfortable.
Yes.
But don't be shaming and body shaming and making like somebody else's choices being seen as like unhygienic or dirty or contaminated.
But that's the thing of like the coochie itself has always been fraught with that, like the idea that it is dangerous and gross and unhygienic. Like the coochie, that is like a very like that one of the foundations of misogyny is to shame the coochie. Like be careful with I don't think old girl was saying, or that person was saying that about the I don't think they were intentionally trying to be shameful. I think they think that is just a normal standard way of viewing things, and they haven't read some Judith Butler. Read some damn Judith Butler. I bet Judith Butler. No, I'm sorry.
Bet she eating bush.
That's right. I bet they picked that out of their teeth and kept it moving.
No. I mean, I'm pro Bush. I'm not you know, no conservative.
I'm not Ellen. Okay, I'm not going to the tennis matches with my Bush. My Bush is different. My Bush is not a war criminal. Yeah.
Not that. Yeah.
Anyway.
No. Not yet. I mean, I personally don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, whatever I do for myself, that's my business. That's like my personal preference or whatever. But the only thing that I'm like, ugh, is when it's like someone just shaved and it starts to grow back a little bit and you get that
pokes into your face.
You get that nice exfoliation.
Yes,
and that
as you're going, you get that. Yes, rug burn. You get rug burn. Guess what you don't get with that? Just some nice fluffy bush. It's a pillow.
Yeah.
It adds some like.
You know what? You need to learn how to part and braid.
Just part and braid. That's
right. Braid it up. And do what you gotta do.
And what it really is, and you know, I was trying to make it high-minded and academic for a bit and political, but really, you're not a real eater. You're not a real eater.
You're not a real eater if you don't eat.
That's right. What do you mean? You gonna eat what's on your plate, okay?
What do you mean you gotta be smooth like just a baby dolphin? That feels wrong.
That feels wrong.
It feels
literally on your face. It feels wrong.
Sliding up and down.
Oh my God! Just
no.
Anyway, let's move on to our next femme topic.
Okay, what's next?
Some other bullshit that was happening on the internet. Okay, so I'll be trying to scroll through the TikTok. I'm not TikTok savvy like you are.
I'm not TikTok.
You are TikTok savvy, but I don't really on it. But I saw everybody, there were a bunch of videos being like, so we all know about the two TikTok creators. We don't have to say their names, but these two TikTok creators were talking about some biphobia and da-da-da, and you know who I'm talking about. And I was like, Auntie don't know who you're talking about.
Say their names. I hate when people do that fake story time.
Okay, but I'm sorry. Everybody did know who they were talking about. All the comments were like, and we know exactly who
was it?
I don't remember the name, but it was somebody. These are children. These are in their 20s. Lesbians in their 20s that are famous. One is famous for...
What they look like?
Jasmine Banks. That's the name. I mean, like, I think they're like...
What do they look like?
They look like... I think they're like... Maybe like...
light skin.
Desi or Turkish or something like that. Something like that. I'm sorry. My bad. But they got like dark hair and like kind of like olive tone skin. Very beautiful.
Okay.
Very beautiful, like short hair, like soft mask, right? Very soft mask. Huge on TikTok. I think they had something like, I don't know. I don't remember numbers.
Wow.
But they had like a bunch of TikTok followers, and I saw this after they were canceled or whatever. So they must have lost a bunch, right? So I think they had like 1 million or something, over 1 million. And
must be nice.
And then I looked through their TikTok, and it was just like, this is, and I'm sorry, everybody was like, they've been espousing biphobia and lesbophobia for a long time.
I know who you're talking about now.
Yes,
I did see that.
Yes,
where they built a whole platform of
being lesbophobic and biphobic or whatever.
Yeah, and now they're like, it's a man.
I don't buy that. They didn't build their platform off that. They built their platform off of being cute. I'm sorry. Y'all followed. They weren't saying anything of value. They weren't cute.
Because when I thought it was like that.
They complained.
They complained about like bi
Lesbians.
people. I thought it was the other way around. Okay, maybe I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay.
Are they dating a man now?
Yes.
Okay.
It is the same person.
So this is the same person, but okay.
They first started being like, oh, here's my thing about femmes, and here's my thing about lesbians. The lesbians don't know how to flirt, and whatever.
Yeah.
And then there was, I guess, another creator who is, I think, a light-skinned or a biracial girl or something, and they were like, they're bisexual, and then they were being biphobic to them, but then it turns out they started dating men. They were like, men are better. That was a lot of their content. We're like, men are so much better at this and this and this. Like, men will tell you you're beautiful. Women won't tell you that. And I'm like, that's
a lie.
That's a lie. And so like first they were biphobic, then they were bisexual, and now they're like, everybody's like flipping out or whatever. And and that has sparked another iteration of the discourse of lesbians who will not date bisexual girls.
Bisexuals, yes. He posted a video, and the comments got a lot saucy.
I mean, they proved the point.
They did prove the point.
And some of the points are kind of, I'm hearing you. I hear you. I hear you. I see you. You're still wrong. You're still wrong. I understand. Listen, my friend Kat, who is bisexual, is the most biphobic person I know.
Really?
And, truly, like, hates bisexuals. And so she says some of these same things about bisexuals, but it's sort of like, well, yes, I am biphobic. What bisexual has shown me mercy? I understand where you're coming from, but it's still biphobia. It's still something you need to unpack.
Yeah, that was what I was getting from the comment section for like our video, our very poorly edited video on my part. I feel like
fantastically edited.
Thank you.
You're so good at the internet.
I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel like the point that we were trying to make somewhat got lost, and I feel like the people in the comments, I was like, I don't know if you are aware that what you're saying is biphobic.
No.
and proving the point of what we're saying in the video.
They don't see it. I think this is a big issue in especially like the lesbian community.
Yeah. I feel like it was a lot of like, oh, I'm not biphobic. I just feel that all bisexual women only want men and they all are greedy and don't really like women. And it's like, I need you to look up the definition of biphobia because that's exactly what it is.
And I don't want to, I know we got to move on, but I got to say, I think a lot of it has to do with internalized misogyny because a lot of people feel that women's sexuality needs to be policed. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of it has to do with not jealousy of men, but like the feeling of a bit of an inferiority complex to men, because it's something about like, if she leaves me for a man, that's really, really like, wow. Damn.
That's what I see a lot is that like, I can't compete with that. Like he's giving you something that I can't give you.
And that's a lie.
That is absolute. It's such a false. Like, it's such this narrative that they've built up. It's like, y'all are building men up way more. Y'all give men way more credit than y'all should.
It's a lot of lesbians who have never actually dated men because they don't know that it's actually garbage over there.
Yeah.
They're not like, you know what I mean? But it's also some points about being, whether you're male-centered or not, that is fair. Yeah. That is a fair point to make.
Yeah, and two things can be true.
Yeah,
there can be a lot of women that are still like coming over and being manipulative.
100%.
Yeah, and still being very
100%.
male-centered. And you can still take this experience from like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bisexual or straight women and then apply that to every. And I think that's where like the when you start making these generalizations and putting everybody into this one category and not even giving them a chance and saying like, oh, you're bisexual, then that means
you're male-centered and then here's the thing. You ever met a stud that's male-centered? Those are the most male. All their friends be the worst niggas. It be the worst. It's like they look for they're in the podcast studios looking for the worst men to surround themselves with. So if we really want to talk about male-centered queer people, I know where to look. It's in the bra. It's in the sports bra section.
It's in the sports bra section.
But
it's on the basketball court.
That's a different femme topic for another femme day.
Oh my god.
So this is
I'm about to tear us up in the comments, but it's okay.
Whatever.
It's okay.
Whatever. You and your boys. Anyway,
people was mad. That's like that's like the quickest way.
Dude, so many sets are like, I don't really chill with, like, what are you talking about? You could have a whole boy band. You could have like a cute little stud boy band. Instead, you walk around with these dudes. Mm-hmm. Whatever. Anyway, that's our femme topics for today. Please let us know what you think. Do you date bisexuals? Are you a bisexual who's dealt with some biphobia in the lesbian community?
If you're a lesbian who is dating a bisexual.
Yes.
Like, we need some success stories in these comments, please, because it got real raw, it got real nasty, it got real disrespectful. Yeah, please let us know. We want to hear.
We want to hear what you have to say.
Which you respectfully,
but also we stand behind the midriff crew. We stand behind the crop top community. We stand behind.
We got y'all back.
We got y'all back.
We got y'all back, but y'all also got to chill out.
Y'all got to relax.
You got to relax.
Anyway, let's move on.
Stay tuned.
It is time for us to do our Black Queer History moment, lesson, whatever. Where usually both of us tell a story from Black queer history that will be banned from the books once the Department of Education is dissolved. And so, but this time we're gonna change up the format a little bit. We're gonna switch off. Yeah. So Aurea's gonna do this one. I'll do the next one. That way we have less homework.
Yeah.
So Aurea, what Black queer history are you teaching the children today?
So history is a very loose term for today. Okay. This person is alive and kicking.
Great.
And even the queer part might be a little.
I hate you. Is it Lil Boozy?
It's not.
Okay, no, sorry.
Though I do want to do a study on the connection between homophobic rappers and these lesbian hairstyles. There's a connection.
That's so funny. Yes,
Boosie
there definitely
fade.
is.
Yeah.
Boosie, whatever.
Anyway.
Boosie betrayed the lesbian community.
It's gave us they dyken and
I know!
Okay.
Gave us they dyken and then did this to us. Wow.
That's fine. That's why it's not. Anyway. So today I am going to be doing Tracy Chapman.
What do you mean and the lesbian part? Okay, yeah.
And the reason why I say with the lesbian part is because Tracy Chapman is a very private person, and we'll get into that later.
For sure. There's so much tea.
So much tea, and I want to hurry up and get through it so we can get to the tea, because I think that we should include some queer drama, some queer mess.
Yes!
Into the mix. So this is my contribution to a little bit.
This is a good one.
Some queer tea,
yes!
if you will. So I'm gonna hurry up and get through these accolades. Okay. All right. So this is brought to you by Wikipedia. Because Tracy Chapman is hella private. So Tracy Chapman was born March 30th. What's that? Aries? March 30th.
Yes, Aries.
Very Aries. March 30th, 1964. And she is an American singer and songwriter, mainly known for her hit Fast Car, which I love. That came out in 1988. So, and Give Me One Reason, which came out in 1995. Love it. So Tracy Chapman, she was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and was raised by her mother, who bought her a ukulele at the age of 3. I know. Isn't it so nice to have parents that invest in your
Okay, but
interest?
also it's so funny. Think of a little chubby black baby trying to hold a ukulele.
Like a ukulele.
That's so cute.
Right. And she started playing the guitar and writing songs at the age of 8. Talented.
Genius.
I think I was still like making my Barbie scissor at the age of 8.
Me too. I was literally going to say the exact same thing.
Tracy Chapman is playing guitar and writing songs,
Like-
and we're just sitting there making Barbie and Christy. Anyway, and she did say that she was inspired to start playing the guitar from watching the TV show Hee Haw. Did you ever watch that?
Did I watch Hee Haw? How old do you think I am, bitch? No, I didn't watch the TV show Hee Haw. Did it come on the air when I was alive?
I don't know. Was that like, I'm assuming it's like a Western or something. I don't know.
I hate you, bitch.
Sorry.
You was on the Oregon Trail, right?
The original, not the game. Okay, so Tracy Chapman, so she made her debut. She started singing when she was in college. She actually worked at her college radio station and did kind of like a barter system. Like, you let me use your facilities and I will give you the rights to play my song on the radio.
Whoa.
Yeah. So she would record her demos, and one of her students at the university, heard her music and told his dad, who works in the record industry and publishing, about her, and her dad got connected with Tracy Chapman and helped her sign her first deal with Elektra Records.
Wow.
Yeah. So while she was at Elektra Records, she released her debut album, Tracy Chapman, in 1988. The album was critically acclaimed. She began touring and started to build her fan base. So now when Fast Car started to grow to the rocket to success, so she played an event at the Nelson Mandela 70th birthday tribute.
Yes.
If you have not seen the video, it is an amazing video. It's like thousands of people, and little Tracy Chapman gets on stage with a guitar, her locks, and that little smooth voice. And it's amazing. And I love that video.
They're captivated. It's like a whole sea of people going silent, and then oh, it's incredible.
And did you know the backstory behind that?
I did.
I didn't know it when I first saw the video, but so she wasn't even supposed to be performing.
Yes.
She had performed earlier and did an earlier short set that afternoon, but Stevie Wonder was supposed to be performing and had run into technical difficulties, so they basically were like, get out there. And the crowd was like getting rowdy. They're like chanting. They're like whatever. And she gets out there and silences the whole crowd, and they just like fall in love with her. And after that, Fast Car went to number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100, and Rolling Stone named it the 167th best song of like the greatest songs of all time out of their like 500 list. And then after Fast Car, she did Talking About a Revolution, which I remember listening to that in my mom's Ford Tempo on a cassette tape in the backseat of the car. I was like, who is this guy? Like,
who is this guy?
I had no idea that it was a woman singing the song. Like, I loved that song. That charted at number 75. Baby Can I Hold You, that peaked at number 48. The album went multi-platinum. She won 3 Grammys from it. Best New Artist, Best Female Pop Vocal Performance, and Best Folk Album that year at the Grammys. So much success from that. She released a bunch of other albums that also had critic acclaim, that went platinum, went gold. She was on the charts. She did so much work, like, musically. She composed music for like different plays and different things like that. She's just so good, like, musically, and does not play about her music.
Oh, yeah.
So much so that
she plays the fuck out of that guitar.
She plays the fuck out of that guitar, does not play about her music, so much so that in October 2018, Tracy Chapman sued Nicki Minaj for copyright infringement over her alleging that Nicki Minaj sampled the song Baby Can I Hold You without her permission.
Yes.
And so it went through all these like
court
documents.
Or something.
Yeah. And so Nicki Minaj actually had to pay her. They settled out of court.
That's right.
And had to pay a nice little coin to Tracy
Give
Chapman.
that lesbian her money.
Give her money. She got her money. Okay. And then in 2023, Luke Combs did a version of her song Fast Car, and that hit number 1 on the country airplays. And that in turn made Tracy Chapman the first Black woman to score a country number 1 with solo composition. And then at the CMAs, Tracy Chapman became the first woman ever to take home a CMA award, winning Song of the Year for Fast Car, and made her the first Black songwriter to win that award. And then she joined him on stage at the Grammys. I thought that was a beautiful performance. I really liked that. I don't know nothing about Luke Combs. I don't know that.
I'm waiting for it.
I was just happy to see Tracy Chapman because, like, do her thing and get her flowers, and she was like tearing up and stuff like that. So it was great. She's very socially active, like politically and like socially active. She does a lot of work, even like the Nelson Mandela's birthday party, 70th birthday party, where she did with the big crowd and stuff. That was an event to like raise money for South Africa's anti-apartheid movement. She's very involved in the Cleveland elementary schools. She does like educational music videos that highlights like African American achievements and stuff. And she even has she sponsors an essay contest and scholarship back there. So that is great. And so now into her personal life.
Let's get to the tea. God damn it.
The tea. I had to do the good before I get to the tea.
Absolutely.
So Tracy Chapman, the reason why I was like, I'm not sure, like the queer part, because Tracy Chapman has never actually discussed her sexual like orientation and her dating history and stuff. She has never discussed it, but Alice Walker,
she sure did,
has. So if you don't know who Alice Walker is,
she wrote The Color Purple.
And wrote a book and detailed gave a lot of tea about Tracy Chapman in this book. And so if I'm not mistaken, Tracy Chapman started off dating Alice Walker's daughter. And Alice Walker fell in love with Tracy Chapman. She said she like fell in love with like her voice and that fast car, you know, she just like,
and that skin and that she fine. She fine.
I get it. I understand.
I get it.
I understand. I'm partial to some chocolate and lox myself. Stole Tracy from her daughter, started a relationship with Tracy Chapman.
Unbelievable.
And so, and then after, my favorite part about the whole story is after they break up, because Tracy Chapman did like help her daughter like with like starting a business. I can't remember what type of business it was, but like gave her money to start a business. And then when her and her mom broke up and fell out, they had kind of a bad falling out. She went and got the keys from her daughter. Like, I'm gonna need that back. Shut the whole business down, chained it, locked it up, sold the equipment, like everything.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. And very Aries.
Yeah.
Of her. So very characteristics. And I think it's rumored that she is dating Genevieve Turner.
Genevieve Turner, yes.
Yeah.
Who was in
she wrote American Psycho.
But she was in The Watermelon Woman.
Yeah.
And Go Fish too.
Yeah. And she was like a story editor or something.
A few black lesbians have been with Genevieve Turner, but that's okay.
So that's the rumor.
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever like they're not public with their relationship, I don't think.
Yeah, but it's like the way that like they're not public but they go to events together.
Yeah. As friends, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
But yeah, so that is the life and tea of Tracy Chapman.
This was fun. That was a fun one. Right?
So,
give me one reason to stay here.
Right.
I'll turn my ass right back around.
Hopefully she don't sue us.
Yeah, don't sue us. We ain't got no money.
Tracy, we ain't got no money.
We love you.
She about to take these mics from us.
Right? She'll come right up in here. She'll step right up in here and take this shit.
No, she good for it.
That's right.
Tracy, we love you.
We love you.
I love fast
Don't
cars.
take our keys.
Please.
Okay, well, that was our Queer Black History moment. And stay tuned for more. That was amazing.
Hello.
Okay.
It is now time.
Okay.
I can't do it. I was trying to hold it. For Ask a Lesbian.
Ask a Lesbian. Or this one is actually from Actually Lesbians. Anyway, this one we get in your business. Mm-hmm. You didn't ask for this advice. We gonna give you this advice.
Because that's what aunties do.
That's what aunties do. Unsolicited auntie advice. So, okay. So, I'm gonna read this one. This is an interesting one.
Okay.
This one is not really asking for advice. It's just asking for recrimination and reprobation. So, it asks, yell at me for falling in love with my best friend. Like the title says, I need to be scared straight, into not liking her anymore. I've liked her for almost a year now, which is ridiculous how much time has passed. We've kissed and had sex once, and she admitted she liked me for a few months before I started liking her. But she's not ready for a relationship, but also dating around with guys. I'm pretty much almost aromantic / gray romantic, which I know aromantic. I don't know gray romantic.
Keep reading.
But it's cute. I like people like once a year, if that, maybe once every 2 years. My feelings for her took me out like a bulldozer because I simply wasn't expecting them at all. And I didn't even realize they were fully romantic until we kissed. They've just gotten stronger, my dumbass. She said, you're already yelling at yourself. She said before that she's not willing to marry or be with a woman long term, I guess because of her family. Ding, ding, ding. I like her so much now, and my feelings are just growing every day, so I need someone to tell me a horror story or just yell at me or tell me I'm being a stupid cliche, anything to snap me out of this so I don't ruin my friendship more than I feel like I already have. There is some, like, extra information. When they talked last night and her friend was like, I really, really like this guy because she's dating some other guy. I really, really like him and we're getting serious. And I literally told her, you said that like 5 times this year. You like anyone who will be interested in you in a joking kind of way. And she laughed and agreed, but said she wanted it to go somewhere with this guy, just like the last few. So why, when she has someone who's fully invested and interested, me, she turns a blind eye. Why? Because I'm a woman?
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly why.
She told you.
Yeah.
She said, I don't plan on being with the woman long term.
Yeah.
Why are you still? Why? You need somebody to yell at you? We gonna yell at you for a minute.
We're gonna yell at you.
She is telling you.
Yes.
She don't want you.
Yes.
And you slept with her. You kissed her. And you still are sitting here listening to her talk about some guy that she's in. You low-key roasted her a little bit, saying like, oh, she just likes whoever likes her. Like,
but guess what?
She don't like you.
If that's true, that's why she's so affectionate. Because I get it. You're like, well, she's saying she doesn't want to be with a woman, but we're so intimate and we have good sex and we kiss and da-da-da-da. But like, and you may be right that she is denying herself the ability to really love someone because she doesn't want to be with a woman. Mm-hmm. But that's her fucking prerogative. And she's telling you what it is. And you're saying no. And that's not how that works, unfortunately, baby.
It's not. And this is going to be a hard lesson to learn. Yeah. Because it almost sounds like you in pretty deep with this girl in your feelings.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is not going to end well. Falling in love with a friend, especially a straight, bi-curious, whatever friend.
She might be gay and just trying to like tell herself that she needs a husband because that's what you got to do. We all do it.
You know, yeah, compact. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And also just, you know, you try to, and that's whatever. But what do you deserve? Because even then, she was like, oh, but like, I just don't want to ruin this friendship. Bitch, that's friendship ruined. Y'all fuck, the friendship is ruined.
The friendship is gone.
Friendship gone. That's not your best friend anymore. Mm-hmm. So the real thing is you have to start valuing yourself.
Yeah. Because like even if she does like come around.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want someone that has like rejected you and your feelings and played with you? Now, this is an example of somebody kind of getting played with a little bit, I feel like, or maybe not, because you did say they had a conversation.
Yeah, she said
okay, never mind. She told you what it was.
Yeah.
You still going at it. But it's like, why would you want to be with somebody that doesn't want to be, that you have to try so hard?
Thank you.
To be with.
You don't want to have to convince someone to love you back.
Yes. Like that. It's not, I don't think it's going to feel as good as you think it will feel if she's eventually like, you know what? Fuck it. Yes, let's date. You know, because now it's like, it's kind of like you the last person picked on the team, you know.
And also, like, the main issue is she can't, if indeed she is what you imagine, that she is actually queer and she's just trying to be with men to fulfill her duties as whatever, then that means that she has work to do and she can't be fully invested in a relationship with a woman either way. So either way, she can't do that. And you deserve someone who loves you and wants to be in a relationship with you. And there are people who have done that work. Why are you forcing yourself to be in this fake relationship with this girl that is not interested in creating something?
And my question is, I wonder, like, are you in community with other queer people that you are devoting like so much of your time and energy to this one person? Like, granted, yes, she might be an amazing person. There are so many women out there, who want to be and love women and they see a future with a woman. Yes. Why are you giving so much of your energy to this person who has told you?
Thank you.
They don't want to be with you long term. It's fun. That's why she keeps doing it, because it's fun.
That's right. But also, like, I'm sorry, you just hit it. Like, there are girls out there making lesbian wedding Pinterest boards, waiting for someone to spend some time with them. And you are here chasing this girl who has told you time and time again that she would rather pursue something with a no-name Dusty that she met, then even kind of entertain the possibility of a real relationship with you. Yeah. So like, this is your issue. I think you might have some self-esteem, and yes, like, you probably are not seeing the other options out there. You're not in community with it. I was looking through the some of the comments, and they were like, go on dates with queer women. And they were like, that's a good idea. Like, bitch, you never thought of that? You ain't think of that? You really ain't think of that? Crazy. But capricious youth. We've
been there. Yeah. I've been there.
Not with a straight girl, but like,
I've been there.
Yeah.
But like,
I've seen it.
I've seen it. Yeah. But it's like, you gotta lower raise your expectations for yourself.
For yourself.
And lower your expectations of this other girl. Because I feel like your expectations of her are more than what she is like putting on for herself.
100%.
Like, if you date a straight woman, you got to know that, like, this is just for fun. Especially if they're telling you, I don't see a future with you, but you're a good time in bed. That is what it is, you know? And if that's what you want, if you just want to have some casual, fun sex with something, then you got to take your feelings out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Also, stop looking at these, like, relationships where it's not you can't win someone over. Stop trying to win people over. You can't control other people. Meet people where they are, and that bitch ain't where you is.
She is not where you is.
She's not there.
She with Dustin.
That's right. And when I
Dustin.
also want to know what kind of sex they had. Because sometimes it's like, we had sex, and it's like, did we have sex, or did you have sex?
You had sex.
And she laid back and enjoyed it.
And kept wanting to do it.
That's right. But then was like, whatever. You know what I mean? Was thinking about who's a dreamy dude? Timothée Chalamet. I don't know.
Chalamet. Which one is that one? Is
that
that Spider-Man?
No, he's the one that he kind of looked like a little puppet. He looked like a little puppet. We went to NYU. He was giving bitches HPV NYU or something shit.
I don't know. I am not. We live in two different worlds when it comes to like me and like white people. Because I have no idea. No. I feel like I've heard the name before.
He's like world famous. He was in
Not in my world.
Dune, which I didn't see.
I tried to watch Dune.
He played Bob Dylan in a movie recently. I didn't see it either.
Okay.
He was in Call Me by Your Name. Oh, he's dating Kylie Jenner. Not Kylie Jenner. The other one with the lips.
That's Kylie.
That is Kylie.
That's the little
one.
Weird looking dude that she be with.
He's a heartthrob. Everybody said he's so sexy. That's young bisexual girl's Denzel. Wow. That is the young
Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah, it's actually Timothée.
Timothée. Oh, excuse me. Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah.
That sounds like a drag name.
I know. You know what? It also sounds like there's a movie called Nell. And she's was raised in the woods, so she don't speak. So she says "sip-a-tang."
Oh,
you know what? It sounds like Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang.
It sounds like Pootie Tang.
It sounds like Pootie Tang. But anyway,
sorry, we got off topic. Anyway, leave that girl alone.
Leave that girl alone. Go find you a girl, a woman that likes women, that actually loves, respects women,
and wants to date and be with a woman because she has accepted who she is.
Yes. Stop trying to change people.
Stop trying to change people.
Okay?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I don't know what you look like or whatever, but I'm sure you are a beautiful person. And you can have just about any lesbian you want.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Who knows?
I don't know. Send us a picture.
But also, I'm just gonna be real with you. There's probably a gay girl at her school or whatever, pining over you, making little chibi anime drawings of you, and you ignoring her to chase this hoe around. Come on now, get it together.
Come on.
Okay.
Do better.
Do better.
Just yelling at you want it?
Yes.
Some kind of kinky stuff?
You're a bad girl. Okay, no.
Save that for the Patreon.
Yes, that's for the Patreon.
Anyways.
This was
Ask a Lesbian.
Or Actually Lesbians.
Some unsolicited StrapDown advice.
You say it again.
Unsolicited StrapDown advice.
Ding.
Stay tuned for the next segment.
It is time for us to put you on Strap Game. This is the segment where we, put you on to some shit that we like. Mm-hmm. We just make some recommendations, and because we don't get no money for it, it's real.
You can trust us. We have not been bought.
That's right. We'd like to be.
If you want to buy us,
we're real cheap. So, do you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You go first.
Okay, mine is a little cringy, and I'm gonna sit in that.
Okay.
So I am single. And, I'm also, listen.
You're a woman of the 90s.
I'm a woman of the 90s, and I love a rom-com.
Ooh.
I do love a rom-com, and I'm always clamoring for a black lesbian rom-com. They don't exist. We found one, but there is a book. There is a romance book. I haven't finished it. I just started it, but it's called A Little Kissing Between Friends by Chencia Higgins.
Okay, now when you say romance, is it like one of them, like, what do they call it? The smut novel where they're just every page is a sex scene?
It's not every page.
Oh.
If anything, that is my biggest critique of it, is that
there's not enough sex.
There's barely any sex in it, but it is ramping up to it. I've just started it. And it's very like, also like it's about, right, like a stud who like has a recording studio and is like,
as they do.
Yes, as they all do. But it's like, you know, is like doing a recording studio, and then was like childhood friends with this like femme as a kid, and then they grew up, and the femme had a husband and a kid, and now she's single, and now they're kind of getting back together. So it does go a lot into, like, mostly it is their childhoods and their friendship and the da-da-da-da-da. So it's been a minute. I'm still waiting for it to, but I see where it's going. It's amping up. It's getting there. They're flirting a bit. I see it. A lot of descriptors. Listen, I am desperate for a black lesbian romance. And if this is the thing that gets me through, then that's fine.
I feel like we're going to have to write this rom-com.
I really do think we have to write it.
We have to write the rom-com.
I think we have to write it.
We gotta write it.
But, you know, it is, I should have done this one. Wait, maybe I should do a different one. But no, I haven't. Let's do the next one. But, yeah, I'll cut that out. Reminder, cut that out. But, yes. So, yes, it's called good. A Little Kissing Between Friends.
Wait. I want to know, how far into the book are you? Because you're saying, like, they're ramping up, they're flirting, they haven't had sex.
Like chapter 5?
Of how many? Like, what? Are we like almost like halfway through the book and they haven't touched yet?
It's not halfway through. We're like not even a third through the book and they haven't touched yet.
Okay.
It's a lot of background. Also a lot of descriptors of like, the name of this studio was Missy Elliott Studios. And then this room was called the Boozy Booth. And then this room was, and it's just like, oh God, like, let's get to it. But
I mean, I feel like that is sometimes how lesbian sex goes.
That's exactly.
It's a buildup.
Exactly. And like the femme like is like a cook, and she like brings food to the guy. Like, it's cute. And I'm liking the setup so far, and I'm here for it, and I need it. But there are a lot of like I found like there's a few like lesbian black lit. There's like another one called Femme Like Me. And it's it's giving a little bit, not Sister Soldier. Who's the other one?
I was about to say Fly Girl, but no, that's
but that type. Like that type. It's giving like hood lit, but like lesbian hood lit.
I love that.
I'm here for that.
That's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
I had to hide it from my mom.
Lesbian hoodlit?
No, not that.
Oh, just regular hoodlit.
Just like regular. Yeah.
No, I definitely read The Coldest Winter Ever when I was like 8 years old.
Oh, wow. You and Tracy Chapman, man, y'all were doing it.
Okay, Tracy Chapman was composing songs. I was reading about like drugs and like guns and shit from Sister Soldier.
I still love it.
Love it.
But that was a good one.
Yes, anyway, yes. A Little Kissing Between Friends. If you've read it, hit me up. Let me know how it is.
For the bitches that be reading.
Yes.
Okay. So my Put You on Strap game is I'm actually recommending another podcast.
What kind of betrayal?
But hear me out.
Fine.
Okay. This is a very special podcast.
Okay.
Because this one is by our producer.
Oh, yes.
Well, Butler, who's not even paying attention to me as I'm plugging her podcast. But
that's fine.
Anyway, her podcast is called Undefining.
Yes.
So she just released the first and second episode.
Yes.
And it's really good. I'm not just saying that because we love Glow. Like, I actually listened to the first episode. I haven't got to the second one yet, but I listened to the first episode. It's with Bree Geiger.
Oh, wow.
I think, who is a black female comedian, DJ, and actress. And it's really good. It's really good. So it's a different vibe from, what we do.
Yes.
So it's definitely like more inspirational. I feel like
it's
really good. In the first episode, like Bree talks about like they get into like all of her different interests and passions that she does, because she does comedy.
She does so much.
She does
everything in the city.
Yes. And I resonated with that because I feel like I have so many different like interests, like outside of just stand up and comedy and stuff. And just like hearing about like her struggles and like, you know, trying to like pick a lane and being defined as like, okay, if you're going to do this, then you can't do this and stuff like that. And so that is what like the podcast is about.
Yes.
And she has like different guests that talk about how they've had to undefine themselves from whatever box that other people have put them in. So it's really inspirational. It's really good. And I've always told Glow that she has like a really good voice. So y'all have not heard Glow's voice. She has a
Yes, you have. I put it on the podcast.
Okay. So then you've heard her voice. It's very like very buttery, and she really leans into like her Reiki energy and things like that, and it's very uplifting and stuff. And it's really good. It's a really good listen. Who's
on the second episode?
The second episode is Quinn Lamar.
Okay. I saw the clips from that. Yeah.
But she's had like a lot of people. I know. What's the girl from
Adler was
Dylan
on it.
is going to be on there. Gabrielle from Raw Honey.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, is also going to be on there. So it's like a lot of fun. So it's not just comedians.
No,
it's like people doing stuff. There's like someone on there that's like a hair and makeup influencer and like stuff like that. So, so it's like it's a really good podcast. I highly recommend. Another Black lesbian person who's like out there like producing like art and things like that. So I want everyone.
That's
to support
beautiful.
them.
Yes, undefinable.
Undefining. Undefining the podcast.
No, it's Undefining the Pod.
I don't know the name either. Undefining
the pod.
We're going to actually put the link.
No, I will put the link in the description, and I'll put like a little thing here. Undefining the podcast.
It's great. It's a good listen. So I highly recommend it.
Yes. Yeah. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. So we put you on Strap Game. Let us know if you checked any of these things out, what you think. Let us know what you think of the pod. Let us know what you think of the book.
Yeah, and give us some good smut books.
That's true. Put us on Strap Game to Strap Games.
I want people scissoring by page 2.
Thank you. I'm sorry. That's I mean, listen.
Let's go.
Like, let's get to it. Let's go.
We can get into the descriptors another time.
Yeah.
Let's get to the get.
Yeah. Describe some. Anyway, next segment.
Describing the booth.
That's right.
Strap Games.
You got one more time.
I'm so sorry.
There's so much going on just now.
I'm sorry, Gigi.
And sorry to y'all. Sorry.
Anyway, no, I'll cut that out. Anyway.
No, but I wanted Strap Games.
Is that the theme for the Strap Games?
That is.
Do you miss the original theme?
I do.
It's horrid, and I had to remove it. I had to get rid of that.
I want to know. Let us know what you think about. Go back to the season 1 videos, the blurry ones where you can't tell me and Sheria apart, and let us know how you felt about the
original theme,
the original Strap Game jingle,
the strap down thing,
the strap down
jingle,
strap down,
and it's me doubling. I'm doing doubles. I'm Mariah in the booth. You know. It's garbage.
No.
I will not bring that back from the dead.
No, you're like lesbian Quincy Jones.
That's right.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sorry. It was in my spirit.
No, it was beautiful.
So now we're getting into some Strap Games, and we're going to play. Let's do a One's Gotta Go game.
One's Gotta Go? Okay.
One's Gotta Go.
Okay.
Black TV Sitcom Edition.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Insecure. Girlfriends. Living single. One's Gotta Go.
Oh, ooh, I think it's going to have to be Girlfriends right off rip.
Right off.
Okay, here's the thing. Living single, I cannot live without. I do a Living Single rewatch every severe depression. So
that's my comfort show.
Yeah, it's also my comfort show.
Yeah.
My little white children roommates, when I first moved in, when I crash landed in their space, they had to sit through so much Living Single, and they were like, we don't know what this is, and I'm like, sit down and learn. So I was braiding these white children's hair, making them watch Regine. So like, Living Single has to stay. Insecure is one of the best shows ever. Yes. Period. Mm-hmm. And I've started to do a Girlfriends rewatch. Listen. Love that show in the sense that, like, I grew up on it or whatever.
Right.
Really regressive in many ways. Pretty kind of transphobic and very, like classist, and I don't love the colorism politic of the show. There's a lot of stuff about Tony, who is dark-skinned femme icon, also being very colorist and internalizing a lot of colorism, and there's really nobody to like combat that.
Right.
Like, it's just kind of like a bunch of light-skinned girls being like, don't say that, you know, and then like, you know, like whatever.
Right.
So, and it's the most problematic, and it is the easiest one. Also, it's produced by Kelsey Grammer, and you can tell.
Oh yeah. You can tell. Yeah. I thought this was gonna be harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, I can't get rid of Living Single. I can't, cause I rewatch that almost daily, because it stays on like the reruns or whatever. So I love Living Single is safe, never going anywhere. I struggle between Insecure and Girlfriends a little bit, just because.
Really?
Yeah, just because like I feel about Girlfriends how some people feel about like the L word. Like, looking back and watching with adult eyes, it's terrible. But as like a Black girl, like seeing like a group of like fun
for sure
friends, you know, like I thought my life was going to be like this. I thought I was going to be a lawyer.
Okay, but you should also thank the Lord that your life is not like that, because they were bad friends.
They were terrible. They were bad friends to each other. Joan is like insufferable now. Watching back, I like, as the seasons go on, I hate her more and more. And I used to love and think that like Lynn was such a free spirit.
Me too.
But rewatching it, seeing how she changed her identity based on who she was dating, like every single time, like every single time she was very male-centered, like the whole time. And then like the one time she was with like a fake lesbian relationship was like the only thing. And then also with Insecure, I mean, looking back, like rewatching it too, I do have some feelings with Insecure. I'm like, they were not good friends to each other either.
They were not good friends to each other, but that was the point.
The point of the show, right. But
whereas like Girlfriends, their bad friendship was unexamined.
Right.
It was like, oh, this my girlfriends. But it's like they actually hate each other and they're actually really shitty to each other. Whereas with Insecure, the crux of the show was that like their Issa and Molly, like their relationship was so fucked up.
Yeah, it was really
and them negotiating how to be good friends as adults and still like respect one another's choices.
That's a good point. I'm gonna still get rid of Insecure, and here's why.
Wow.
This is the only reason why I'm gonna get rid of Insecure. I'm gonna get rid of Insecure because Girlfriends never got an ending. And I want to have, in my imaginary universe in this game, I want Girlfriends to get an ending, because
you will sacrifice one of the best. Like, this is also like quality wise, it is such a better show.
I still need closure from Girlfriends. I still rewatch it, and
I don't remember what happened at the end of Girlfriends.
I want to say like the very last episode, Joan was married to the guy that was in the military, and she got a letter saying. Yeah.
He was going to, because he was in the reserves.
He was in the reserves, and he had to, and he was away, and she was like at the, like going to like the support meetings, and I think she got like a letter or something, like he was supposed to be coming home, but like his troop or whatever, wherever he was stationed, got like attacked or something, and so and that was it, because that was also during like the writer's strike or whatever.
Oh, Girlfriends was a victim of the writer's strike.
So it never got its ending. So just for that reason alone, and because I also do feel like Insecure could have gone on for like more.
It sure fucking could have. Whatever.
Yeah, but they decided to end it, so it's fine. So I'm gonna get rid of Insecure, so that way maybe keeping hope alive that Girlfriends will someday get the ending.
The most painful thing I've ever seen happen.
And then if you ask me again after they do that, then okay, get rid of Girlfriends.
Yeah, wow. Okay. When's the last time you rewatched Insecure?
I think when was the last time? Less than a year ago.
Really? When's the last time you rewatched Girlfriends?
It was recently, because I think didn't it just get on
Netflix?
On Netflix, once
it
got on
Netflix? Okay,
yeah. But I mean, as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, this is like,
my God.
But like maybe we can give them a chance, like Elwer did with Generation Q, to kind of right some of those wrongs. Maybe
I'd watch the fuck out of a Girlfriends reboot.
That's what I'm saying.
I would absolutely. If we got the original cast together, we got Tony back.
That's what I want. I want original Tony back. I want some type of closure. I want them to at least pick up where they left off, even if it's like a limited series, like how they did with The Best Man. Like, remember?
Yes. God, that was sorry.
Yeah,
that was so bad.
It was bad.
It was so bad.
In the moment, it was like,
it was so exciting.
It was exciting.
You know what I really need closure on? Moesha. What happened to Miles? He was kidnapped. The last episode of Moesha's them being like, Miles got kidnapped. Boom. Canceled.
Oh, wow.
Yes. We don't know whether
I forgot about that.
Yes, right? Maybe that's not true. Maybe that's not true. I do remember.
Like it leaving on a cliffhanger.
Whatever. They need a reboot to right the wrongs of Moesha, because talk about a character that you hate as the show goes on.
Yeah.
My God, Moesha. Mm-hmm. And Frank. Fuck Frank.
Absolutely terrible. Worst TV dad.
Worst TV dad of all time.
Maybe second to only maybe like Carl Winslow, but like.
What was wrong with Carl Winslow? He was a cop. There you go.
All cops are bastards.
Yes. All right.
Even Carl Winslow.
Even Carl. That means Carl Winslow. Anyway, so let's do, what's another strap game?
Sorry, we've been talking about.
I know, about black TV sitcoms. That's a good one.
Black TV sitcoms. So the next one, maybe we could do a Lay-Bay Slay. All right, so Lay-Bay Slay, septum piercings, Zodiac tattoos, thumb rings.
Ooh. Okay, wait. Let's get specific. On another person, or just like in the world? Like remove them from the world, or like this is what like a person with these things.
Okay, let's say you're on a dating show. One person has a septum piercing, one person has a Zodiac tattoo, and one person is just like all thumb rings.
Ooh. Okay, first of all, Bay septum piercing. That's Love safe. Me a septum piercing. I'm going to slay the Zodiac tattoos, because not saying all of the lesbians with Zodiac tattoos are crazy, but many are. Many are. Sorry.
So it's not saying that if you have a Zodiac tattoo, you are crazy, but if you're crazy, you probably have a Zodiac tattoo.
Exactly. And I will lay the thumb rings, because it's sexy to me, and it's nice to see something glittering as you're, right? Little gold, little pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
A little pot of gold. Okay, so I would. Let me think about it. Let me think. I thought I had this down. I would also bay septum piercings. Yeah. I would bay that. Forever septum piercings. I would. You know what? I'm gonna spice it up. I'm gonna lay Zodiac tattoos. I like a little crazy, and I like to be able to identify people.
That's so.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I need to know if like what I'm dealing with.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
So like certain signs, you need a fucking identifier. You know what I'm saying? I feel like any Aries should be required to self-identify.
Yes.
Aries, Geminis, like
Yes.
they've been in hiding for too long. Okay?
That's fair.
So if I'm president,
that's what you're gonna
first
do.
executive.
That's the first executive.
We're rounding up all the Aries. You're getting branded and tracked
with a ram. And then tracked.
I need to know where you
so
are.
what fuck nigga shit you doing?
At all fucking times.
Yes.
Okay. And then at that point, I guess I gotta slay the
thumb rings.
I gotta slay the thumb rings.
Why?
I mean, kind of just process of elimination too.
Yeah.
But also, what are we doing with these thumb rings? You know what I'm saying? I like a thumb ring every now and then. But like, I don't know. I also have like sensory issues. So like if I have rings on and I gotta take all that stuff off. If I'm holding your hand and you got rings and thumb rings on, it's like squishing my hand and stuff. So
I don't know, the little tiny, like the little.
No, that's the thing. Nobody ever does a little tiny one. They
do like 3 of the little.
They do like the big ones.
They do like the big
and then
ones.
You're holding their hand, and it's like,
it is.
I like the thumb wrestle
Fine,
too.
that's fair.
So
that's fair.
Those are my picks.
Okay,
Bang,
right.
septum piercings, identifying and still laying the tattoos.
I know.
The Zodiac tattoos, and then
out of here
rid
with,
of
the thumb rings. Damn. All right. Well,
Yeah.
damn. That's 2 thumb rings down on that one. So that was the strap game. Send us your lay recommendations and let us know what you think.
Let us know. I'm always curious to see the comments under some of these. I can't stand. I like comments, but I can't stand the ones with like, "This is the right," or like,
I don't know. Sometimes usually when they say that, they're agreeing with me. Usually when they say that, they're like, Aurea is wrong, and I'm like. No.
I like to go against the grain.
Yes. You're non-conformist.
That's me. That's just what I do.
So that was Strap Games.
Strap Games.
That is not the theme song. Stay tuned for us closing it out. All right. So we are nearing the end of our episode, and we always like to conclude our episodes with something
good,
something positive, something that kept us
out of jail,
kept us
off someone's ass.
That's right. Kept us from backhanding a policeman or whatever, which has been itching. So you want me to go? Or you
can go first.
Okay, so my good thing was I just did Full Circle. If you don't know, Full Circle is an organ. They do a lot of comedy shows run by Tech Live. They do a lot of comedy shows around New York with a lot of big comedians, mostly black comedians.
You're a big black comedian.
I am not, but sometimes someone cancels. Kofi asked me to do it because this one was a storytelling show. I just did the Story Collider thing with Kofi. And so he asked me to go on this lineup. It was an incredible lineup, hosted by PD Debro. I'm sorry, PD. I'm so sorry, PD. He's so nice to me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and I'm sure he's watching.
He's 100% watching, and he's pissed.
Yes.
He's like, bitch. And
thumbs down.
Thumbs down. And Eva Evans was on it, and she like even shouted me out on stage. It was very cool. It was really cool, and it was at the venue Isoma, which used to be called something else. It was also where they had their Full Circle show, but it was closed down. It closed down, and then Hannibal Buress bought it, and then he was there the whole night. I didn't recognize him because he had locks now. I thought he was ball. But
maybe it's a lace front.
That is my hope. I hope he got lace front money. He got the money. And so he he came on stage. He told his wild New York story. I told a story about some dudes that was getting out of pocket on the subway or whatever. It was so much fun. It was nice to do comedy and be around black people, especially like the wealthy black folk that come to these shows and like do some cool comedy things and see some people. I've been real depressed and I've been trying to do a lot less comedy. So it was a nice reminder of why I do comedy, even though I've been like, why do you do comedy? Why would you do that?
That's how it is. It's like it's a love-hate, you know? It's like we hate it. We hate that we love it.
Yes. 100%.
I think every single comedian I know has the same sentiment. It's like I hate that I love this shit so much.
It really is like doing drugs. I think it's like
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. I'm sure there's some type of like chemistry stuff that somebody way smarter than myself has studied.
For sure.
There's a paper out there. There's an article on Google Scholar.
Yeah, some comedian that went back to grad school had to write a paper on this.
Absolutely.
Anyway, that was my good thing. What was yours?
My good thing is not as cool.
No, it's extremely cool.
Very superficial. I've been having like a good hair week.
Oh my God.
That like this is a twist out that I did. I've been doing like the whole straight hair natural thing where I've been like, you know, getting my hair pressed and just like wearing it out. It's grown a lot. I'm able to keep it trimmed a lot better. So, and my curls are still intact.
Yes.
So
they're not just intact, they are popping.
Thank you.
They're fantastic. They're fantastic.
You know, because we can't really do the protective styles because of the lead that's in them and all the other nasty cooties and stuff that's in them. So I'm trying to accept the fact that like, this is going to be my life this summer. You know, it might not be box braids, which I'm not mad at because I can easily keep that $400-$500 in my pocket.
Exactly. And also you can braid your own hair.
I can, but I be tired. I got a lot of hair. My arms be hurting. My body be hurting. I think I might have to tap out of like the doing my box braids myself game because I can't.
It's a hard game.
It's a hard game. But I say that, but then every time I go to book an appointment, I'm like, girl, fuck you.
Exactly.
I'm about to do this shit myself.
I don't see you going in and paying them prices for something you could do yourself.
It's so hard.
I don't know.
It's because they got so many rules and so many upcharges. Like, oh, if your hair is like past your bra, it's gonna be this. If you want color, it's gonna be this. Like, I'm not paying you $500 for no 1B hair, bitch. If you don't pull out the 30 out the back,
thank you.
Don't get me started.
We could do a whole fucking episode about how black hair, whatever. Anyway, your hair, but this twist out is incredible. You also had another twist out when we did a show with Janine Garofalo. We did Brett Gordon's show, Pure Chaos.
Yes,
and you came in with a lush, thick, beautiful twist out. Like it was like thick, chunky twist out. It was perfect. Even Janine was like, "Oh, bitch, bitch."
Is that shea butter? What she said?
She was like, "Smell like shea butter in here. Oh, you better do my shit."
We exchanging hair care stuff.
We was like chilling. We are best friends.
We're besties. Like I don't know if she remembers my name, but it's. She remembers my hair.
That's right.
You know,
that's how that twist out is memorable.
This twist out is getting talked about in rooms that I'm not even present in.
Absolutely.
Okay.
No.
If I wasn't lazy, I feel like I would do like one of the like natural hair like influencer types stuff. But them bitches got to do their hair like every other fucking day, and that's not a part of my ministry. But anywho, and then the other thing was our following is growing. Our family on TikTok is growing. We finally hit that 1,000 mark. And we love y'all. I'm just like looking at the followers and I'm seeing all these like black and brown gays and it's femmes and studs. It's great. There's like one random white guy. But like other than that,
and we love you too. We rocking with Kyle because Kyle is rocking with us. Okay?
African Americans plus Mark. Anyway.
Mark, that's right.
We're rocking with Mark.
Because Mark is rocking with us.
Because Mark is rocking with us.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Because y'all know this shit is hard. It's really hard to do. So like just seeing like, you know, people like engaging and like liking and sharing our stuff, it really makes us feel like really good.
Yeah, it means
so
a lot.
we just want to like thank you from the bottom of our little gay hearts.
Yes.
You know, for, you know, just sticking around because it's been rough. Y'all seen the growth?
Yes.
Yes. If you haven't, go and check out one of the videos from
we used to do this in a submarine. Like, it was crazy.
It looked like we wiped, like we just took the camera and just
yeah, no, it really did. Those were old ass cameras.
But the content was there.
That's right. We had it there, and we're growing and we're trying. So please, if you're watching, if you're on Spotify and listening to this, thank you for the follows, thank you for the likes. We do like you. Just keep pushing it, keep listening. Put it on in your car. If you're watching on YouTube, put it on in the background. Give us likes, give us shares. Please support us because we just want to keep doing this, and it's a lot of damn work. So.
But we love it.
We love it. So, like, please like, share, subscribe. Please comment. That really helps as well in the algorithm. Mm-hmm. Just support these two auntie black femmes.
because we need representation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We can't let them take over.
Yes.
You know, we need to be able to see ourselves. So we love that you guys are seeing yourselves.
That's right.
Us.
Reclaim Dyke. So anyway, thank you. That was the Strap Down. That was another episode of the Strap Down. Thank you so much. Again, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things. Stay well, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay strapped.